Hello, everybody. This is Mickey Connolly from Conversant, and I'm here with my ally, the president of Conversant, Robin Anselmi.
Hi, everyone.
And the conversation that we're in today is about what is connected leadership and why does it matter? Some of you know that our last book, The Vitality Imperative, its subtitle is How Connected Leaders and Their Teams Produce More Value with Less Time, Money, and Stress. And we just think this notion of connected leadership is particularly relevant today. So Robin, as you lead our enterprise, what has you say that connected leadership is so crucial?
Well, I keep looking at the speed at which change is happening in the world and how complex the world and our organizations have gotten. And I no longer believe that a single person or small groups of people have all of the information available to them to be able to lead, right? I think our organizations there's too many moving parts, there's too many pieces of the puzzle, and we actually need a much broader perspective than a single person could offer.
And that actually reminds me of in the opening to the Vitality Imperative, where we talk about the difference between the superior leader and the connected leader. Because the superior leader, he or she is operating from the conviction that their judgment is superior, and that other people's role in the system is to coordinate in order to carry out their brilliance. And that means that at best, intelligence lies in a few. In connected leadership, you're saying the intelligence is in the many, it's in the community, it's in the broad network of relationships. And the leader's job is to facilitate those contributions arising and being made.
Yeah, Mickey, one of the ways you talk about it often that makes my heart sing is the freeing of contribution, right? I don't think that people come to work every day to feel obligated, right? I think they actually are longing to make a difference in the work that they're doing. And this notion of connected leaders actually freeing us to all make the highest possible contribution we can in an organization, I think enables the possibility of joy existing in our work, right? And I just believe deep in me that we spend way too much time in our work on a regular basis to not be able to find joy in that for our lives.
And we've actually found that when joy is missing, stress is ascendant. Stress is rising. And the kind of stresses people are under now, it's part of what has us think it's so urgent for people to really explore the importance of managing the quality of connections in the communities that they reside in, because right now people are facing stresses that we don't have any memory of how to deal with, and they are best dealt with in community. But the problem is, under stress, a lot of people retreat, they get suppressed, they get separate. We've talked about the Greek root of the word idiot just means private or separate, separated from the citizenry. And it means that our judgment gets stupid the more disconnected we are from everybody else. So it just feels really salient today for me, downright crucial. You were talking earlier about the basic contribution of the connected leader if the job is to free the contribution of others. And I'd like you to talk about that because it made a difference for me privately. So let's see if it makes a difference for others too.
Well, some folks know this. I started my career in engineering and worked in a manufacturing plant that made optical fiber. So at a very simplistic level, optical fiber is high purity glass. The higher the purity, the better the transmission. And so the job of an optical fiber manufacturing plant is to make sure that there is no particulate, although the particulate is really at an atomic level, right? So to make sure that all the atoms are clean through the glass so that the light is able to travel through it. And I think that's the job of the leaders, is where is our light being dissipated because we're hitting things in our way. And people have heard me talk about grit in the gears. So where's their grit in the organization that's not allowing all of us to make the best contribution? And I think often that grit lies in the connections between us. We're humans. There's a lot of stuff that gets in our way that we have to be tending to. And I think that's the job of leadership, is how do we tend to those connections to make them stronger so we're all smarter and not the village idiot.
And some of that grit are things like thoughtless habits, biases, uninformed opinions.
Ego.
Oh, ego, you think that might get in there? So the connected leader's job to create this purity of connection between people so that it frees contribution. I really like that image. And we are inviting all of you to join us in exploring over the next few months. We'll do a series of short experiences to look at how does a connected leader assure those quality of connections that frees contribution and gets more done with less time, money, and stress. We know that there's three things in our 30 years of research into this that are in evidence if a connected leader is great at what Robin just said. One is a sense of community, that people experience belonging. They experience the trust that people are looking out for one another and doing that inside of something that they're proud to be a part of. There's also a sense of contribution. People feel safer, more valuable when they're making a difference they're proud to make. And the third thing is there's an experience of choice, of being respected as somebody who's always choosing to give wholehearted contribution or not. And those three things of community, contribution, and choice, we say issue from the success of a connected leader. So we'll be exploring different aspects of that with some people we admire from around the world and offering them to you to join us so that you can learn as we continue to learn about the magic, actually, of connected leadership. So Robin, anything that you'd care to say in closing?
Just we look forward to seeing all of you virtually in the community gatherings, and in the meantime, stay healthy.
Do stay well. Goodbye, everybody.